It gets awkward fast when somebody says, "I just need a little reassurance," and the other person reacts like they were asked to donate a kidney. Meanwhile, somebody else is checking their partner's location like they're tracking a stolen vehicle. Interesting. Now both people feel emotionally exhausted for completely different reasons. That right there is the problem. Most people were never taught the difference between healthy emotional needs and fear disguised as love. Healthy needs are not weakness. So now one person feels ashamed for needing connection, and the other feels trapped by emotional pressure. Psychologist Terry Real explains that relationships become healthier when both people can openly acknowledge their needs without turning them into demands, control, or silent resentment. Because every relationship has needs underneath the surface. Nobody is really arguing about dishes for 40 minutes. They are arguing about feeling unseen, unimportant, unappreciated, emotionally alone. That is why small moments feel so big sometimes. A forgotten text is not always about the text. Sometimes it quietly touches an old wound that says, "I am easy to forget." And that deserves compassion, not mockery. Because old wounds do not disappear just because they look irrational from the outside. Wanting respect, honesty, or emotional safety is healthy. Wanting affection, consistency, communication, reassurance, quality time, and accountability is completely human. Dr. John Gottman also found that the way couples communicate during conflict strongly predicts whether the relationship survives long-term. Not because conflict is bad, because emotional safety matters. People open up when they feel emotionally safe. They protect themselves when they don't. They shut down when they feel criticized, dismissed, mocked, or controlled. And here is where people quietly damage each other without realizing it. Some people invalidate every emotional need their partner has because they grew up believing emotions were dramatic. Others become so terrified of abandonment that they constantly need proof the relationship is okay. One partner feels emotionally neglected. The other feels emotionally overwhelmed. And both end up feeling misunderstood. That disconnect grows quietly over time. That is why emotional maturity matters so much. Healthy needs invite connection. Unhealthy needs demand emotional survival from another person. There is a difference between, "I feel disconnected and need reassurance," and, "If you loved me, you would never need space." There is a difference between healthy boundaries and emotional control. Healthy love says, "I respect your individuality while staying connected to you." Fear says, "If I cannot control your behavior, I cannot feel safe." And eventually that fear exhausts both people. Because control can never create real safety. A relationship cannot survive when one person keeps abandoning themselves just to keep the peace. But it also cannot survive when one person expects their partner to carry the full responsibility for their emotional stability. That pressure becomes too heavy. Nobody can carry another person's entire nervous system forever. The healthiest relationships are not perfect. They are honest. Two people learning how to communicate needs without shame. Learning how to repair after conflict. Learning how to stay emotionally open without punishing vulnerability. And honestly, that takes courage. More courage than most people realize. Because many people never grew up seeing healthy love modeled properly. But healing starts when you stop treating your emotional needs like something embarrassing. And also stop expecting another human being to heal every wound inside you. That balance changes everything. Subscribe to LoveLens.